Hi everyone, welcome to this week's version of the Global Energy of the Week according to esoteric numerology. And today we're going to talk about August 9th sorry for a second, there we go. August 9th to August 15th of 2021. And so, before I start, I just want to talk a few minutes about what's happening today. So I mentioned last week that we were already on the Lionsgate portal. It's a time usually goes from the 28th of July and finishes on August 12th. And today is the peak of the period. So what is the Lionsgate? The Lionsgate portal has to do with Sirius, and Sirius is a set of stars that represent our spiritual sun. It's the sun of the Milky Way, and it represents our spiritual sun. And in this period of time, Sirius is visible. It's in alignment with our planet. What that means is that we're receiving a lot of light coming from Sirius. And this means that we're having the opportunity to connect more directly to our soul's energy, to receive a lot of light, to kind of bring more clarity to our minds. And so this year in particular is quite interesting because it fell on the same day of the new moon in Leo. And so the new moons are usually times where we have time to reset and then to kind of plan what we would like to manifest in the following cycle. And so being in Leo wants us to connect to our hearts. So it's important that we actually have a little bit of time to connect to our hearts, to really understand what we truly want to manifest. And so with this beautiful portal, we have more kind of, it's like a push from the universe to help us manifest all those things that we want to in these coming periods of time. So it is an amazing time for all of us. For some may feel quite intense because sometimes the light, the high vibrations are really moving a lot and moving quickly, and our physical bodies are very dense. And sometimes when we're not used to so much light, it could feel very heavy. And some people may even feel like a little sick, like they a little bit of a cold, or like they are tired, they just need to rest. Some people may feel like this. Just be mindful of this and just take time for yourself. Just enjoy the stop, the break you're getting. So now I'm going to start talking about the following week's energy. And so it is also a beautiful week. So it's the 32nd week of 2021. And the 32nd, it's week 32 of 2021. And so 32 is called the crystallized light. And what does this mean? Is 3 and 2, the two of the love wisdom of the universe comes to us to clear our minds so we can express in our lives a new way of living. And there's a lot of information coming in for us if we are open to receive. So one thing about the 32 is that it has the risk of falling into pride, because when we know, then we can feel like we are better than others. So if you're feeling a little bit like, oh, you are better than others at this point in time, just catch yourself on the action and turn that around, and remember that any information, any gifts that we have are not for us, but to serve others. So everything that we have, all our gifts, are not just for us to just be proud of ourselves, but to put them in at the service of others. Yes? So check in and make sure you are not holding to this pattern and offer your light to be a change in the world, as Gandhi used to say. Now, the 32 of the week plus 5 of the year 2021, it's at 37-10-1. So the energy we're going to be living is at 37 energy. And this number talks about the birth of vision. So see how everything goes together. We are in the middle of the Lionsgate portal where we're receiving a lot of light, and this week is the birth of vision. What does this mean? It means that we will be able to perhaps see the solution to a problem all of a sudden. It means that now we get all this light that is not from our mind but from our higher self. So then we will be able to see with a different perspective. We're going to be able to kind of go, how didn't I see that before? Of course, this is the solution for the problem I'm having. Or, of course, this is the way I need to do things now. Of course, this is now the new direction I need to take. And so it is a new start, and it's a beautiful energy. And so it might take you by surprise, but welcome the surprise. So if we look at the year as a year 23, so it is the 20 plus the 2 and a 1, 23. We have the 32 plus the 23, and that gives us 55, 10, 1. And so this energy is slightly more like a lightning bolt that will hit you. So usually when we are flowing with the energy, when we are in acceptance and receiving everything, things will happen a lot easier. But when we are in resistance, things could feel very painful. So, for example, for the last week in Queensland, we've been in a lockdown. And so you can take the lockdown in many ways. You can go, oh my God, what am I going to do with my life? All my plans have been cancelled. I cannot go to work. People cannot see me. I cannot visit anyone, and so on and so on. You can go into a very, very deep snow ball, and it can grow very quickly if you don't catch it on time. Or you can say, well, that's what we got. We have a lockdown. So what can we do to enjoy this time? And trust that everything is going to be perfect for you, that things will be taken care for you, and relax and plan different activities. So the same situation, but in two different perspectives. And so one is resisting and the other one is moving and flowing. And so you could just enjoy your lockdown, or you can just suffer throughout your whole lockdown and be in fear and in anxiety. So when we're in resistance, things are a lot harder. So if we are in resistance, it might be that there's something that happens to us, like a lightning bolt that make us boom, all of a sudden see things that we were not like totally blind to. It might just go boom, okay, in front of our faces, so we can actually take action and realize we are not in control. We are not in control. We are not in control. We can just flow with what we're given. See how we can use every situation that comes into our life and flow with it. So this is the energy of this week. It's a beautiful energy, an opportunity to see things in a different way and start anew. It's a time for manifestation. It's a time for creation. So take time today to have a break and perhaps do a meditation, so you can empty your mind and can receive. So you can receive and you can see beyond your limited mind, and you can see more than what your belief system is telling you, that whatever everybody else is telling you. It's time to see life from a different perspective. Okay, so the week starts on the 9th, And so 9 is a number that is in general is a teacher, someone that already knows. It's someone that has already taken all the journey from 1 to 8, and now it's time to come back to soul. So one of the names of the 9 is the hermit, because sometimes the hermit needs to retreat, to really listen within. And so we might feel that we want to be on our own, or we might just want to take a little bit of time to be in silence. So there could be some introspection time, and this would be fabulous because it will help us listen. It will help us open that space where we can receive that light we've been talking about. And so we are in August, so 9 plus 8 is 17, 8. And so if we look at the 9 and the 8 as a number, we could see 98. And the 98 is called the guides of the transparent soul. What does that mean? So what is a transparent soul? A transparent soul is someone who is clear. So it again talks about receiving guidance. Receiving guidance. So then we look at the 17, and the 17, one of the names is God and his creature. Another name is the Holy Grail. And at 17 period, we want to find our truth. So it is really important that we really reconnect to our heart, to connect to our heart, so we really know what we want. You know, sometimes we think we know what we want, but it's just kind of all in this material world, or perhaps in very light, in the world of the appearance. But what is our soul asking us to do, you know? That's very different. So then we have the 17 plus 5 is a 22, 13, 4. And 22 is the master builder. So this is a foundation number. It's a number that would like to create and elevate what we have currently to a higher state of consciousness, of mind, or even, you know, creation. So the master builder wants to turn the lead into gold. It wants to bring something that is in a dark and dirty kind of state into something that is wonderful and brilliant. So what the 22 needs is, once again, that we allow ourselves to feel. So if you are sad, if you're angry, why are you angry? What's beneath those emotions? Don't stay on the anger, don't stay on the sadness. Look below the emotion so you can really understand what is bringing up those emotions, because then that will guide you onto what is the things that you are really missing. What are the things that you want to do? What are the things that you really feel passionate about? What is your heart telling you to do? Okay, so that's fabulous. So then the 13 wants you to let go of anything that is not essential for you. So look within and see what is your essence. Who are you truly, and what do you want to create in your life? Okay, so that's the first day. And we finish the week on the 15th of August. So the 15th, one of the names for this number is angel or devil. Angel or devil, why? Because we have to make a choice. And our choice could be focused on our mind, on our intellect. And if that is so, we're staying in the material, in the superficial. We need to really connect to our souls, to open up and create the new concept, let's say, but we need to receive. It needs to come from a higher place. It cannot come from our minds if we really want to grow. So this is a day for you to kind of decide whether you want to look within, or if you're happy just living on the surface. And some people may just want to do that, you know. There is no judgment in that. It's just a reflection. Where do you want to live? How do you want to live your life? Yeah. So 15 and 8 gives us number 23. 23 is a number that will help us if we are open to reach out our soul. So one of the names is keys to the sun, and the sun represents our soul. So this number will help us uplift our energy so we can get closer to what our soul wants. So once again, another number that indicates all the light that is in the air, all the information that we may receive. So just take this week to make it a wonderful week of receiving. And so 23 plus 5 is 28, 10, 1. And 28 is the one who dares wins. So it's the birth of courage. So this energy wants you to take that leap of faith and move in the direction of what you want. The one of the life that you want. So now I want you to also look at some numbers. So if we look at 15, 1 plus 5, 6, and the 8 of the month, that is 68. And 68 wants to purify your mind. And 68 goes to a 14, and 14 is sometimes related to the Kundalini energy, which will help our light to come up, to help us really become more awakened, to expand our consciousness. So it is a fabulous, fabulous week. I am really looking forward to this week. But you know, we always can look at the energy in different ways, and depending on where we're standing in our path. So observe yourself, look at yourself, take time to see where you're standing, take time to see what wants to be created from within. Take a look and see what type of attitudes you're having towards life, so you can make the little shifts that will help you exponentially grow and expand your consciousness, your awareness, and be closer to what your soul is calling you to do. So I hope you are enjoying this beautiful Sunday, and I'm really looking forward to this beautiful energy. And ask any questions if you have any. I hope this is useful, and I see you next week.